Politics, tax reform, North Korean nukes, Russian hackers, and the rise of China can obscure what's most important to managing your money. So, here's some help. An inarguable and enduring truth based on simple math is that growth of the U.S. economy, which drives investment results, is largely determined by American demographics, the size of the U.S. workforce. The change in the size of the labor force plus the change in productivity equals an economy's growth potential. For the last decade, gains in productivity were hard to come by. In the 1950s and 60s, automation made it possible for fewer people to produce more goods and led to a decline in manufacturing jobs. It spawned new jobs in fields that never existed before. With more of the workforce in service jobs that require more education and training, a mark of progress, gains in productivity have become harder to achieve, and that trend is not expected to suddenly change. Going back to our equation, a 1.2% change in productivity means the workforce would have to grow by 1.8% for the U.S. economy to grow 3% a year. Is that realistic? The answer is in the demographics reshaping the U.S. workforce. The population wave known as the baby boom generation and its echo. The baby boom generation, the 117 million individuals born from 1946 to 1976, was responsible for a major increase in the size of the American workforce. But the echo boomers, the children of the baby boom generation, is an even bigger population wave. The forecast for the working-age population calls for slow growth for about the next decade as the peak of the baby boom age wave retires. But beginning in 2030, growth in the working-age population is expected to pick up sharply to a compound annual rate of growth of about 0.4%. In comparison to most large economies, Europe, Japan, and increasingly China, demographics put the U.S. in an enviable economic position. The U.S. has a large echo boom population in its future, while most other major economies don't. While demographics and productivity make it unlikely that the U.S. can grow much faster than about 3% annually for now, the relatively favorable population characteristics of the U.S. versus other countries make the U.S. likely to continue to be a magnet, attracting foreign investment capital over the long run. The Standard & Poor's 500 index has been breaking all-time highs for months. A correction of 10 or 15% is always possible. Fundamental economics, driving stock prices for the long run, are what matter most, however. And this is what we focus on in seeking investment solutions in your best interest. For news affecting your wealth, you can trust our channel on YouTube. We'll be here, available anytime on your smartphone and in times of uncertainty to keep you informed. Please subscribe to our email newsletter or YouTube channel for our breaking news coverage.